weekly
Big week coming up.
Weekly health updates on Spencer Woods and Brody.
Yeah, they're making progress, and I'll give the same answer I always give. I know they want to get on the mat. They're excited to get on the mat, and our fans want them on the mat. We want them on the mat. We just got to keep working towards it.
You know, you mentioned big week, Cyhawk series, the banner behind you. How is that series kind of taking on maybe a new chapter here in recent years?
New chapter, like, because it's more important than it was like 25, 30 years ago. It's always been important. It will always be important. It is intra-state rival. It is hotly contested. And you know what? That's a lot of fun, and that's a great environment. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay that it's hotly contested. That's what opportunities are about.
So safe to say you like the energy that seems to be in the rivalry now, or at least has been the last couple of years?
I like energy that comes from ourselves. I like energy that comes from the outside. The biggest thing is that you control what you can control. And the bottom line is when you do that and you show up on the mat and you perform and you do the things that you train yourself to do, you can write your own story.
What are your thoughts on Marinelli and Caleb Young calling the duels on Big Ten Network? How's it feel to have guys like that stick around?
They're awesome. They're in our Hawkeye Wrestling Club. Very important aspect of our program. You know, having those two guys, a lot of times in that telecast, when it's a stream, it's not as maybe expert oriented. And those two guys are good experts. So, and I've heard they've done a good job, and I think the people that are listening like it. So good for them and good for us. And, you know, they're both still competing. Marinelli just had and I'm not going to give him a moral victory here, but he had a good performance at the New York AC a couple weekends ago, and was third place there. And we just got to keep things going that direction where we're making progress.
With this duel being two teams that are in the top 10, top 8 of the rankings, how does that, it used to be said that college wrestling was better when Iowa and Iowa State were both contenders. Does that add anything to this week's duel, that it's a top 10 matchup instead of?
Yeah, and I think, you know, for sure, both teams are ranked up there good. But I don't downplay this because the rankings aren't there, and I don't put more emphasis on it because the rankings are there. It's the same every year. And you say the last couple of years, I mean, I've been hearing for a long time that it's coming, you know, and that was, you know, a long time ago. And that's not bulletin board material. That is because it is an interstate rivalry where this sport is important at both places. And it was important at both places before I got here. It was important at both places before Gable got here. And that's not changing. So I'm not downplaying it. I'm just saying you can hype it as much as you want because it's the next date on the calendar. And that's fine with us because we circle it in red, we highlight it, we emphasize it, and it is the most important event on our calendar because it's the next event on our calendar. And is it significant? You doggone right it is. You doggone right it is. Great opportunity for our guys. It's in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Great opportunity.
What's your most vivid memory of this series?
I have a lot of memories in this series. You know, I can remember being a true freshman, being on the sideline, and there was really no end to the enthusiasm when Brooke Simpson, you know, put the clamps on in a big match. And then Mark Sindlinger went right out after him and put the clamps on in another big match. And it swung, you know, Brooke Simpson wasn't favored in that bout, and it swung huge. And I remember it was unending enthusiasm. But there's a lot of good memories.
All right, thanks, Tom.
All right, awesome.
Thank you.